The Gallagher brothers have buried the hatchet. Oasis announcing they're reuniting for the first time in 15 years. You may recall their spectacular fallout before a concert in Paris back in 2009. Noel and Liam Gallagher, who will be touring Britain and Ireland. Alana D'Souza has more.
I know my brother better than anybody else.
When both come together, you have greatness.
After a 15-year hiatus, Oasis is making a comeback. The British band announcing a 14-date tour due to begin in July 2025. The news effectively ends a 15-year feud between brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher.
I ain't holding it up, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'd do Oasis tomorrow, but he wants to be the man in charge. He wants to be the main man who's doing it, and that's one thing I'm not. I'm not a yes man.
The Gallagher brothers, as well as the official Oasis account, began teasing their upcoming return on social media late Sunday, leading to wide speculation the rock legends were reuniting. Oasis burst onto the scene 30 years ago with their debut album Definitely Maybe. The band became part of the so-called Britpop era with hit songs including Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger. While the Gallagher brothers haven't performed together since their split, Oasis tracks are played at their solo gigs. Tuesday's announcement will be welcome news for fans who've been waiting for the pair to reunite. According to industry insiders, the concerts are set to be one of the hottest tickets of the decade, and plans are already in the works to schedule dates outside Europe later next year. Tickets for the upcoming tour are set to go on sale from Saturday.
And for more, we can cross to French rock critic Nico Prat, music journalist, author of the book in French, Oasis, or Revenge of the Hicks. I guess that's how you translate it. Thanks for being with us.
That's it. Thank you very much for having me.
So, first of all, is it a risk buying a ticket for an Oasis concert? Because many people I know here in Paris were at that festival in 2009 and couldn't believe it when they never showed up on stage.
Yeah, so was I. It's always a risk to buy an Oasis ticket, but it used to be at the very beginning of the story of the band. So obviously there are a lot of jokes on X or Facebook saying you have to buy for the first time in your life the insurance on your ticket. But yeah, apparently the reunion came as a massive surprise, even for the biggest fans of the band. And I'm pretty sure that at least the very first gigs that were announced in England this summer, I'm pretty confident that they will play. No worries about this one, I guess.
What's it all about? Let's cut to the chase here, Nico. Is it about money?
Every reunion, every band reforming is at least at one point about money. Let's face it, it's not a bad reason to reform a band, but I guess in the case of Oasis, obviously Noel Gallagher wrote Wonderwall, so I'm pretty sure that it's not all about the money. I think it's about like claiming the throne that they left 15 years ago. I think it's about playing in huge arenas that they couldn't sell, that they couldn't play with their solo acts. So it's about money, but it's not just all about money.
Yeah, we'd be more reassured if they'd staged a press conference together, but we haven't seen them appearing in the same room at the same time yet. Nico, let me ask you, do you expect them to make more music together, to write new songs?
Well, it's very early to tell. I guess it will depend on how the gigs go, if they still can talk to each other after 5, 6, 7, 8 gigs. One thing is for sure is that Liam Gallagher had, like in the last years, a massive resurgence in his career. And Noel Gallagher maybe has a little less success that he used to have, but Noel is still writing a lot of songs, and Liam is still willing to sing a lot of songs from Noel. So everything could happen. Let me tell you, I didn't believe a reunion could happen like 3 days ago. So obviously a new album could happen.
Nico Prat is delighted. So are fans of Oasis who were interviewed on the streets of London in the neighborhood of Camden. Let's take a listen.
Oasis, the influence it's had on Camden, it's just it's ingrained. You know, Oasis is ingrained in Camden as well as many other bands are. It's just the music hub. You know, we have so many Oasis fans into the shop, into the market. You know, I think everyone feels the same, just elated that Oasis are going to be back together.
I just thought it would never happen, to be honest. Just over the years, they've always said they would never get back together, and then suddenly it's just happened out of nowhere. So hopefully we're going to play Glastonbury as well, so we might manage to get tickets to get Glastonbury hopefully next year as well.
Well, I imagine if they're going on a tour for that long, they will be. There'll probably be a punch-up or two.
Nico Prat, that's Camden. Imagine Manchester.
Yeah, what they're doing this summer is basically homecoming gigs. They are playing where they feel like they're at home. Obviously, in Manchester, like the cult of Oasis never stopped existing, and people are just mad for it. But yeah, hopefully we'll see them in Paris.
Oh, yeah, for now it's just Britain and Ireland. Where do you put them in the pantheon when you think of the groups of that age, Blur, Radiohead?
The Oasis was different. They were always the band of the people in a way. I feel like obviously they're everywhere still. Wonderwall just passed like 1 billion listening on Spotify. So their influence is still very, very, very massive. And as we saw with Blur in the last month, they could release an album, they could tour, and obviously they could do a lot of festivals, and many, many, many people would show up. So yeah, I think they're really, really, really up there with Radiohead and Blur.
Nico Prat, the author of Oasis, ou la revanche des ploucs, or the revenge of the Hicks. The book is in French. Thanks so much for being with us here on France 24.
Having me, thank you.
Stay with us. There's more to come, more news, plus the day's business and sports.